you have to think about the timing. It's no coincidence this is happening in the middle of my re-election campaign. That in and of itself should make very clear that it's politically motivated, that it's meant to destruct, to destroy, to harm my campaign, to harm, to distract me. That is, I think, enough evidence and is very clear as to what the motive is. The litigating this in the press, you have to wonder, what does it say? What does it say when a motion is given to a member of the press before it's given to the defendant? Last week, I think 2 weeks ago, the DA filed a motion against my team member, my chief of staff, something about his bail conditions. His defense attorney learned about the motion from a member of the news media. That is, his defense attorney knew about this motion after the media knew about this motion. And that's not the first time this kind of thing has happened. It's been a constant stream of leaks, of litigating this out in the press, even when we were forbidden from responding, when this was supposed to be a process that happened within the courts and within the justice system. And then obviously the content, and I've said this before, we have state media, we have local media that has reported on how the facts being presented, the allegations being made, are based on a distortion of the facts. So why would this continue if it's clear that the facts are being distorted? Because it's a political exercise. And I'm sorry, but I have to call this out. It is a political exercise. And it wouldn't be continuing if it weren't. And I think anybody who watches the commissioner's court knows that the DA treats my office as a political opponent. She comes to commissioner's court time and time again saying that basically the talking points that my political opponents from the opposite party are using against me right now. She comes over and over again and says we're defunding the police against all evidence, because the evidence all shows that we're doing nothing but increase the budget for the police. And everybody knows that for whatever reason, she's just not an ally. So, who's behind this? I mean, it's very clear she's doing this. It's very clear she has an agenda, and that agenda is political. That agenda is not an objective search for truth. It's some sort of search and destroy mission. And it's okay, it's okay to politically disagree with someone. It's okay to decide to ally yourself with the opposite party. That's her prerogative. It's okay to have a personal problem with somebody. I don't know if that's the case, but it's not okay to pursue a political vendetta, a political exercise under the guise of a criminal investigation. And so, I'm gonna fight this, and I'm gonna fight whatever comes next. And let me say this, if there's anyone who thinks I'm gonna be deterred or who thinks I'm gonna be dissuaded by this, they've underestimated me. I wouldn't have won the office of the county executive for the largest county in Texas at 27 years old if I weren't strong and able to take this on. And if they think that it's gonna discourage my supporters, they've underestimated my supporters, because there are a lot of people that support me and believe in doing things the right way, in breaking with the way the good old boys did government in Texas and the way the good old boys did government in Harris County. And so I'm not scared to call it out. I won 4 years ago. Nobody thought I would win. Nobody expected that. I wasn't in the inside of any party. And I think that upsets some people. I think that upsets folks who like the way things have been done with backroom deals and taking money from contractors. And they don't want to see a continuation of the way we're doing things, in the up and up, in the right way. And that's why they're coming after me in the middle of my re-election. But I'm not going to be destroyed. I'm not going to be discouraged. I'm not going to be dissuaded. Quite the contrary. The harder they push me, the harder I'm going to push back.
Just to follow up on that, so you're saying they, but specifically you said the DA herself. Do you believe there are other parties involved that are going after?
Well, she's allying with different parties when she comes to Commissioner's Court, when she makes allegations that are the exact same language my opponents make. Obviously, there's some sort of, and it's shown up at court, there's some sort of alliance there going on. But yeah, I'm up for re-election, that's the point. I have the My Pillow guy after me. Ted Cruz just endorsed my opponent. My opponent's endorsed by election denier and by vaccine denier, Hotze, all these guys. So there's a lot of people that don't want to see continual positive change in Harris County. But I'm dedicated to protecting people, and this is not about protecting people. This is not an objective pursuit of justice. It's a political exercise in the middle of an election, and that's very transparent. And let me add this. I'm not here pretending like I'm special. There's a pattern of this. There's a pattern of this, of her using the criminal justice system and a sacred position as a district attorney of this county to pursue political and personal aims. Look at Arkema. Look at Jim Bethke. Look at my colleague on Commissioner's Court, an investigation in the middle of his re-election. And there's more examples. So that should be what people are asking questions about, because this is not okay. But if that's the way she wants to play things and people want to play things, okay, all right. I'm stronger than that. I think folks know that by now. Flood, fire, winter storm, pandemic. I can handle this. Thank you.